Hello, everyone. I hope you're all doing well and prospering somehow, even in these quite difficult circumstances of coronavirus and a lot of this craziness going on here and there. But I just want to take this time and tell you what I've been doing. First, I was quite tired, so I needed to take a little time off, which I did, and that felt really good. And the second is, as you may be able to see, I have changed the whole setup. So that took a few days to change everything around. And most importantly, I've been working on, like I had said, PEP. And it's going through some transformations, and we'll see where it all ends up. But I'm excited about it, and I'm looking forward to it. So, while I'm at it, I may as well say a few things that might help you. And one thing that did come to mind is it's very interesting. You could not have had water for 2 days, 3 days, but just a little bit of water can quench your thirst. You could be hungry for quite a few days, and a little bit of food could satisfy your hunger. The good in you is not an issue of quantity. It is whether you are in touch with that goodness that is inside of you or not. If you are, that's what it takes. So, yes, it's easy enough to look at all the confusing things that are going on in this world. And people are very confused. Some people don't see life as priority, they see economics as priority. And, that's of course up to them how they want to look at it. And they're probably thinking that even if we were to live and we had nothing to eat, what would it be like? So, certainly, one thing that is true that this is time of uncertainty. And in this uncertainty, the best thing you can do is just become fluid. So go with it, go with the flow. It's like if you are swimming in the ocean and you get caught in the rip current, don't fight it. Just let it take you out, and then you can come around. And it's the same thing. In this time of uncertainty, there's a lot of ideas going on. There's a lot of fake news going around. There's a lot of this will do it, this will do it, this will do it. And most importantly, this incredible desire, I think, of so many people that everything will go back to being where it was. Because for some reason, everything was fine. Well, if everything was fine, how did we end up in this pickle? So, really, this is an opportunity to go beyond just everything is fine and get to a point which is truly looking at a perspective that will benefit the whole humanity. Right now, one thing that I see that is really, really important is that we need to break down these virtual walls that we have created, and we need to look at the whole world as one unit, as one entity. We need to look at all the human beings that are on the face of this earth truly as our family, and to recognize that every single human being has something to contribute positively to this world. Now, there are some people who definitely are not like that. To them, it's like, more, 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 give me more, give me more. But there's a lot of good. And this is what I was talking about. It is not the quantity. A lot of people think, well, it's like scales and you have to have enough of it. No, you don't have to have more clarity than the total sum of confusion that you have. You don't. All you have to have is enough clarity so that you can see clearly, regardless of the amount of confusion that you have. It has nothing to do with quantity. It has to do with simply it being there. Because it's not like if you have a huge room, that's maybe the room is 500 feet by 500-foot room, that you need a huge flashlight to light it up. No, you don't. You can still have a very small flashlight, and that flashlight can definitely illuminate a small room, and it can also help illuminate a large room. And the same way in our lives, it's not that a lot of people get into it as like, oh, yes, I have to have this thing, and it has to be this way and it has to be that way. Maybe in the outside world, this is true. But on the inside world, it's a matter of just having that focus, having that clarity, having that understanding, having that thirst in your life to go forward. And we are not always in touch with the thirst that we have. We need to be in touch with that thirst that we have. That at the base of it, the basics of it, it really has a lot to do with what my or our fundamental needs are. Because if we don't take care of those fundamental needs, that the whole equation isn't going to work. It's so, okay, an analogy. You packed a wonderful picnic. You wanted to go for a picnic, and that sounds like a great idea. So you pack a wonderful picnic. You go out and you find the most wonderful spot. It's just incredible. And you have quite a spread, and wonderful sandwiches, snacks, this, that, and of course you have wonderful drinks. But you forgot the bottle opener. And now all those drinks that you brought that are just wonderful, you have no access to them. So one thing, which is a bottle opener, has so much to do with giving you access to that liquid that you would so thoroughly enjoy, even though you would never eat or drink the bottle opener, ever. But it gives you access to that. Your heart, your understanding is like that. Understanding, 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 understanding. Moving forward, moving forward, moving forward, moving forward. It's like step ladder. Okay, I've taken that step. I've taken the next step. I've taken that step. I've taken that step. And next thing you know, you're gaining height and you are getting closer and closer to that, whatever it is that you want to reach. That's what it takes. That's what it takes. In our lives, life is simple. We are simple. We have become very, very good at thinking. There's two parts to us. One part is the thinker, very good at thinking. We have honed that skill for many, 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 many generations. Books we have written, and we have inspired other people to think. Then there is another part. And it's just as important, if not more important, because we are human beings. What is that other part of us? And that part of us is the part that feels. We need to feel. This is a human trait. We can think, but that's it. unless we take those thoughts and convert it into action, it doesn't make any sense. You could be thinking whatever you're thinking, but it's not going to do anything. If there's a glass of water sitting in front of you and you're thirsty and you're going in your thoughts, it would be really great if I could have that glass of water. It would be really wonderful if I could have that glass of water. But you haven't taken your hand and reached for that glass and have that drink. Your thirst isn't going to be quenched. Not with thought. You can't do it. People try to do it. It's like, oh, think this and think positive and think this and think that. Well, whatever it's worth, thinking positive isn't bad. But sooner or later, you have to come across the positive in your life to really feel the positive. And the beautiful thing is that positive that you need to feel is actually inside of you. It's all there. The peace that you need to feel is inside of you. The appreciation that you need to feel is inside of you. The understanding that you need to feel is inside of you. We're talking about feel now, see, not think. And here is the crux of what I talk about. A lot of people will come and they will get you to think. Well, me too. But at the end of that thinking, I want you to think, and maybe I'll inspire you to think a certain way. And that way is that, goodness, I also need to feel. And that you would possibly take some actions that will lead you to that feeling. This is what it is all about. That you need to feel the peace, not just talk about the peace, not have a list that says, I have accomplished this, I have accomplished this, I have accomplished this, so I must be in peace. No. You have to feel the peace. You have to feel love. You cannot just say, okay, I've done this, I have done this, I have done this, I have done this. There's a lot of people, and they wonder why they're not successful in relationships. Well, the reason why they're not successful in relationships is because they think their relationship instead of feeling the love in that relationship. If you don't have that love, it's going to stop. Everything is going to stop. You can't think it, It doesn't work that way. Right now, there are people, who are in lockdown. And, for some people, the situation is quite difficult because they're with people that really don't get along together very well. Well, this is not about thinking, it's about feeling. And you have to let go for that understanding to develop, to say, okay, I really love this person. And look at the good. Look at the good that is in your relationship. Not the bad that's in your relationship, but the good that is in your relationship. The good that is in you. And it's not the amount of quantity. Then people want the quantity. They want equal measure of this, equal measure of that. This is all fine in your thinking, but in reality, it's never going to be that way. It's never going to be that way. You think that there are these people who have billions and billions and billions and billions of dollars? I mean, there are people in this world who can't even imagine having that much money. And you think that these people are happy now that they have this much money? No, they work every day. They want more. 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 This is the nature of that. I want more. I want more. And this is in the thinking. In the feeling, it is quite the reverse. In the feeling, I feel. I feel love. I feel happy. I feel content. And it's not a question of more. I'm fine. It doesn't even go there, It doesn't even go to more or less. It never does. You feel content, you feel content. And it isn't like more. You are in love, you are in love. And it's like, you don't talk about more, I want to be more in love. No. You are in love, you are in love. This is the way it has to be. Because it is that way. And it is beautiful that it is that way. These are the traits of what you can feel in your life. So, thinking is good, but so is feeling. And you cannot just have one in your life, one thing. That would be like, having your one eye closed all the time. That would be like not using one ear all the time. That's like not using half of your mouth all the time. That's not like breathing with both nostrils all the time. It's like only walking with one leg and not with the other leg, if you had both legs working, of course. So yes, you have two legs, but it's not like one is spare. You need those two legs. You have two arms, you need those two arms. You have two eyes, and you need the two eyes to give you the perception, the depth perception. You have two ears, you need those to give you the sense of the hearing, the direction that you need. And this in your life translates into a very beautiful thing. And that thing really happens to be that you need to feel. Not only think, but you need to feel. To feel the joy in your life. That one thing, that it isn't a question of more. It is, I feel it. I feel it. And I see this many times going through airports. And you see people standing and they're waiting for their loved ones to come from the airplane to walk down the aisleway, and they're waiting for them there. And when they see that face of that loved one that they have been waiting for, and sometimes these stories are, of course, dramatically touching, because they've been waiting and waiting and waiting, maybe for years to see this person. And finally, they see that person. When they see that person, it isn't like, oh, wait, I'm going to wait because I want more of this person. No, immediately their smile opens up, their eyes are laughing, their body is saying it. And sometimes, they can't help themselves and tears are rolling down the eyes. More or less, the scales on the ruler have gone. The scales are just gone. It's just reality. It's just, I got it. I got it. I got it. And that's the way it is. And it's the same thing when you learn how to ride a bicycle. You try and you fall and you try and you fall and you keep going. I mean, you got to keep up with it. You got to keep on going. And then all of a sudden you got it. And when you got it, you got it. It's not like I got more of it or I got less of it. No, of course you're going to fall still, but you got it. You got it. So that feeling, and particularly feeling for the joy, feeling for what is in you, is this wonderful, wonderful thing. So I hope you think about that a little bit and do convert it into reality of feeling. Feel the joy, feel the peace, feel the thirst, feel the need, and feel good, and feel the goodness that is in you. And let those things be the things that drive you forward, because that's a wonderful thing. Like, if you can drive yourself forward with that, that's just powerful, very, very powerful. So I hope that helps, and I will periodically keep checking back and letting you know where things are at. So yes, working on peace education program. Most likely, though, it's not going to be called peace education program. It's going to be called something else, and there's a reason why I have to have it that way. But I've got my logic to my madness, or whatever you want to call it. But that's what it's going to be, most likely. And it's going to be modified, quite a bit modified. The essence is not in the training, believe me. The essence is in you. The training is there as a tool to help you accomplish some of those things that would be wonderful in your life. But the main thing is in you. It's not in the training. I mean, Like you've always heard this expression, you can drag a horse to water, but you can't make him drink it. So, not that you're a horse or anything, but best training, if you don't have a want in you to have a new threshold in your life, to better the possibility of who you are, already who you are, to discover that joy that resides in your heart, the understanding of that, then, if you don't want to, no training is going to help you. But if you want to, then the training is there. And it's a very simple training. It's a very beautiful training. And that's what it's all about. And I mean, I'm just, in a way, I'm shocked of how simple it is, because it's just a matter of paying attention. It's just a matter of paying attention. It's not you know over the moon or some mysterious thing. No, it's not. It's just paying attention. That when somebody says, what you're looking for is inside of you, instead of going, that's interesting, and that's the end of it, but paying attention to it. And again, I just want to iterate that one of the things you're going to have to do is, so the training will happen one day. It's not very long, and then you will be given a couple of days to think about it and get the feedback. And then I will go over those feedbacks, and not every one of them, but some of them, and have a discussion. It'll be a one-way kind of discussion, but have a discussion, and then we will proceed. I've never done it like this virtually, so I'm as much in that experimental mode, but I'm excited about it, as you might be. So let's have fun. I mean, that's the whole point of it. It's not the seriousness of it, it's just to have fun and to enjoy ourselves. Along with this little message that I have for you today, I just want to wish all of the mothers in this world happy Mother's Day. This is what is coming to, and wonderful to take this opportunity and to wish everyone who is a mother happy Mother's Day. Thank you.